All right, this video is going to be a video with me just basically complaining about a scummy buyer that I just really didn't have to deal with much, but just what they are trying to pull over is what I call just a scummy move. And that's why they've won my Scummy Buyer of the Year award that I'm presenting to them. And it's not actually an award, it's just a video about where I talk about how scummy these people are. Anyway, all right, here's an email I got, and it's your basic return requested for order, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, oh great, because I'm not really in love with Amazon lately anyway. As I mentioned in some of my other videos, well, one main video that I made about the problem I was having with Amazon. Amazon started gating me for popular music for what I believe is no particular reason. I guess they're shooting for that really good customer experience, but they don't really care about the sellers apparently so much. And personally, the way I feel about it is like, at some point, because this is making me pretty much want to leave Amazon, although I can't do it quickly because I have like maybe 1,000 items listed. But the way I feel about the direction Amazon's going on this is the customers will not be very satisfied when they start going onto your website and seeing that all the sellers that used to sell the stuff that they wanted to buy have left because you just kept annoying them and did things like delist hundreds and thousands of their listings on a lark or a whim or whatever you want to call it, pretty much nullifying all the hours and days and whatever worth of time and whatever I spent listing those things. Anyway, yeah, getting back to this email. So I get a return request order, and here's the email a little bit blown up. And what they're telling me is that this person, Jazzy, right? I'm not showing your name, Jazzy. I'm protecting your innocence. Even though, well, I'll talk about it later. I'm not showing your last name or your address or any of that stuff. So I get this email and to notify me and confirm a return authorization. And but then I see this part where it says it may not be allowed under Amazon, but that doesn't register in my head. What confuses me is the item. The item is a America's Next Top Model Nintendo Wii game, right? And I'm like, for the life of me, I can't remember selling this thing. I'm like, what? I'm like, did I sell it like before I went away on vacation, maybe a couple of months ago? I don't really know what the return policy is on Amazon. Um, how long people get to ask for returns. So I can't remember for the life of me. So I don't just automatically confirm it because I'm thinking maybe this is some kind of mix-up, right? So I go and I can't. I'm looking all over. I'm going through the order details by like the date. Or no, I'm just going like it gives you the first 7 days, and then you could go like the 30 days or 60 days or 90 days. I go back a whole year and I can't find the goddamn thing. It's not showing up, and I don't specifically remember how I did find the listing, right? But I did, and what I found was that this listing that this person wanted to return was over a year old. It was there's the date. It's like Monday, August 15th. And this for me, I got this 4 days ago, and I didn't get a chance to complain or talk about it. But Monday, August 15th, August whatever, 2016. That's a year ago, over a year ago, right? So I'm like, what the hell is this all about, right? So I'm like, well, it's like I can have a clue because at first I imagined that I sold a game that I didn't test enough and it had some kind of problem, right? But I'm basically, what is this about, right? So I look at the description under product details, and it says, here it is, America's Next Top Model, Nintendo Wii, and it's new. It's brand freaking new. Or when I sold it, it was new, right? When I sold it to this person a year ago, right? And it was brand new, sealed in the package. So obviously there shouldn't be anything wrong with it. I mean, Anyway, Jazzy, and this is what I said about protecting your identity, because you're scum. That's scummy. That's like, you bought something for me a year ago and kept it. I'm sure you didn't keep it new in the package. Kept it, opened it, played with it, used it for a year, and then a year later you said, you know what? I don't need this anymore. Just don't need it. You know, not using it. I was using it, but I'm not using it anymore. Let me just see if I can get. You know what? I'll just try and get my money back. I'll just contact the guy, and and it's not like I'm renting. Fucking trucks going by. It's not like I'm renting the goddamn game to you. It's not like it's on lease or loan. It's not like I'm a pawn shop and it's like you bought it from me, you kept it from a year, and you kept it for a year, and you used it, I'm guessing, right? So it's like, I don't know what you were thinking, Jazzy, right? And that's why you're a terrible person, right? Because it's something I would never, I don't think I'm a terrible person. I would never do something like this to anyone. Take something. It's like, hey, it's like taking somebody's toothbrush, or just like using it for a year and then giving it back. Here's your toothbrush. Like their brand new toothbrush, giving it back all worn out and go. Maybe if you used it once, I would just rinse it and dip it in some mouthwash and it'd be okay. To me, you're the kind of person that steals candy from a baby. To me, you're the kind of person that probably goes to church, right? But when you go to church, you probably try and take the money out of the donation coffer, But so anyway, Jazzy, I see this and I'm like, what the hell? It's like, how can this be happening? Amazon, But then I remembered it said that this request may not be allowed under Amazon's return policies. Well, how do you do, right? It shouldn't. It may not be, right? According to Amazon, it may not be, right? But this is where someone basically could have easily tricked me, because when I first got the email, a lot of times I'll just go, here's a refund, right? Because I don't care to be bothered by things like this. If I have a problem, I'll do the right thing. I'll man up. I'll take care of you, and I'll move on, right? But in this instance, what kind of confused me was I couldn't find the listing. I'm like, where did this come from? I can't find it. I had to go back a year, and I don't remember how I found it. Somehow I managed to find this listing, right? Sniffles. I got sniffles. I got allergies. I managed to find this listing. So anyway, I'm like, I don't want to give this person their money back. This is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. So it says I may not have to give the money back. So what I did was I looked for actions that I could take, right? And one of the actions I was allowed to not give this person their money, to reject their year refund and usage, and there's horns going on the back. I don't know if this will show up, but I don't care. Usage of my item, and just used it for a year, just here you go. I don't need it. That's it. Let me see it. Their exact words when they said return reason no longer needed. A full year later. Anyway, so what I found was that, and now I didn't actually take a picture of this, but what they allowed was longer than something basically that said it was too long a time for you to get a return on this particular item. So I was like, ooh, that's an option, right? So I selected that, and they took me to, I don't know, I guess this page, right? And it says, for this order, you may only send messages that are required to, I don't know. I wanted to send a message to this person. Because I don't know. I think I was nice in my message too. Basically, I wrote, "Hi, sorry, but this item was purchased." Let me do it again. "Hi, sorry, but this item was purchased as new over a year ago. We do not issue refunds on orders that have been placed that long ago. Plus, if the game was open and used, it would significantly decrease the value, and I would have to charge you a restocking fee, which I don't even do. I'm just like, this is ridiculous, you know? Also, I was noted by Amazon that the return is not allowed. I kind of embellished there. It said it may not be allowed under the Amazon return policies. And then I wrote, my advice is that if you no longer want the game, you should sell it on Amazon or eBay. And I was going to write more shit. I was going to write, like I did, you know, and then I also I would have loved to have wrote, so anyway, go fuck yourself, right? I would have loved to have written that, but I didn't. I restrained. Because I'm not a scummy person, Jazzy, which you are. So anyway, Amazon sided with me. I'm not going to say surprisingly, because if they didn't, I would have been like, what the fuck, you know? But Amazon did side with me on this one. And this terrible, horrible, miserable, rotten person did not steal money from me. I did not get over. And I don't know. The whole point of this video is me ranting a little bit. But the other whole point of the video is let people like you know that sometimes there's recourse. Sometimes, I'm not even going to say Amazon had my back on this, because if they did have my back, they would have never bothered me. This aggravated me and upset me for like, I don't know, an hour. I was like, I had to deal with this because I couldn't find the order and stuff like that for an hour. So Amazon didn't have my back on this because they allowed me to be annoyed for an hour and just have to write the stupid note and deal with stuff that is just like fucked up bullshit. But anyway, the point of this video that hopefully will help you to some extent is that I checked what this was about. I didn't just automatically and mindlessly go, I will refund the money now, because that's what Amazon and eBay want. They want you to just be like, here is your money now. I'm not even going to keep the item, keep it. Here's my money. Just take it all. You know, that's what Amazon and eBay seem to want sometimes. I don't love you either, eBay. You know, but Amazon, you're like a thorn in my side right now. Just pay attention to things like that, because if I could have just went straight to the link on that page, I probably would have said, here's your money back. Here you go. No problem. I would have had to pay return shipping. You know, I would have paid my original shipping. I don't even know if Amazon would have given me the fees back. They're like, oh, gee, that's too long ago. We're not going to give you back your fees. You know, that's like a year ago. That's insane. You know, we don't refund money over a year. I don't even know why you did, you know. But I think I've complained enough. Hopefully you guys, this will help you in some way and you'll learn something. I don't know. But I feel better, you know, and I've exposed scumminess and a scummy person. And again, I don't even know why I protected your identity, Jazzy, because you're a terrible person. And it's not like you could sue me for slander or anything like that. It's not like you could take me to court and say how I just slandered your good name, because you did it. Here it is. Hey, you wrote me the email. You put in for the return. You know, you were like, I used this for a year and I don't need it anymore. I don't need it. I don't need it anymore. I used it. I had it for a year. I don't need it. Yeah, I sent it back to you. You take it, right? That's what you did. You terrible person, you. So anyway, I hope you got something out of this. Just one more thing. I'm not ending. This is another thing that pisses me off, Amazon, about you, right? This is the kind of person I love to block. This kind of person would be on my eBay block list if I knew what their eBay user ID was. But guess what? Amazon don't let you block anybody. So you gotta try and make a list, or remember who all the assholes are on Amazon, and there are a bunch, you know, scammers and stuff like that. Anyway, I think that's it. I think I'm done. I think I've spent all my negative energy towards this person, even though I still harbor ill will towards you for being a terrible person. And if anybody, I wish I could tell you your name, but I'm not going to do it. I'm not that kind of person. Like I said, hope this has been helpful. Goodbye.